So Cambridge, Ontario, Canada, last couple of days before the new year, and it's -1, pretty much 0 Celsius, 32 F. And I'm sorry I haven't uploaded videos before, and today we're drinking Partake IPA. So some news happened today. So I've been checking loads on the load board, trying to find something going into US, and that man, this feels pretty strong. How much alcohol we have here? 0.3%. Wow, I knew it was not non-alcoholic, right? It says craft non-alcoholic beer, but you start drinking. Actually, this is the best non-alcoholic beer you can find, I swear. Partake IPA, 10 calories per can, and it tastes like real beer, and you even feel like a slight buzz, but it's only 0.3%. So anyway, I'm looking at the load board, at my Canadian load board and my American load board, and I see some loads, but I cannot do them because I have to be in court in Maryland on January 7th. And I'm like, okay, I'll try to book something, nearby. And so I found another drainage plow, another Braun 550, going from basically Guelph, Ontario, going to Iowa. Like before, I moved them from Woodstock to Minnesota, so this is pretty similar. And I saw this load on VeryTread, verytread.com. It's an auction, but it's a very stupid system where basically you cannot see offers from other carriers, and shippers don't give you the light of day. There's usually no responses. I don't know why I'm wasting my time, but I've been going to this stupid VeryTread for probably a year, and the only time I had a load, one was actually VeryTread emailed me directly, like these guys, right? So they have this auction, but nobody's using it, because actually I asked one guy, I said, have you heard a guy, he bought something from Ritchie Brothers, where now of course I'm a persona non grata, I cannot go there, but I remember one guy, he was trying to ship that dozer I took to Michigan, and it took him like 2 weeks to find a carrier. And he found me through YouTube, and I asked him just out of curiosity, I said, why you didn't use VeryTread or this other, what's the other, uship, right? And his response, and it was similar to what I've heard before, he says, well, yeah, I know it's there, but I don't know these guys, I don't know these carriers. So customers are afraid to use these online resources because they would rather use a carrier they know. And so in this case, this guy spent like 2 weeks looking for a carrier, and he's in Michigan. So first he tried his regular American carrier, then that carrier was not set up to go into Canada, so that carrier recommended somebody else. That guy had the only driver who can go to Canada, probably no criminal record, the only guy on the staff. And then that guy went on vacation, the driver, so finally he started looking on YouTube. He found me. Hey, Sergei, Captain Sergei, can you help me? It's unbelievable. But anyway, so most customers, they don't like this VeryTread. So I'm not sure why I'm wasting my time, but I go there, I see pictures, I see this Braun 550 from Ontario to Iowa. I know this load. I moved these ugly machines many times before. And it's very hard on the trailer. So now I have 2 small tires I put on ramps, And I just go to Home Depot and I spend like 60, $80. I buy small planks, like 4x4, 3x3, whatever they are in reality. Because otherwise this thing has grouses like this size, and it just cuts into the wood and it damages the ramps. And that first plate, right after the ramp, I have the plate. And so I wasn't particularly keen on doing that, but I told the guy the price, and he dropped it down by about 700 US. He says that's the max I can do, but which was still okay, And then, I did the carrier setup. I did the paperwork online. Okay, so now I can act as a carrier with this particular broker. I checked their credit, and then somehow things slowed down. And I said, so what's going on? Like, where's the rate confirmation? And the guy says, well, I'm waiting for my customer because the buyer of this machine did not submit the customs paperwork. They're not in the office on Monday, Tuesday. They'll be in the office Wednesday. And then I still see this load also on the American load board. I see the same weight, same origin, same destination, but the price is like 35% cheaper, right? And it's still there. Every day I see that load over there. And so I knew that there was something going on, that this guy is not in a rush to ship, so he doesn't want to pay the price, not the broker, but the customer. The customer is fishing for a super low rate because he's not in a rush. That's like the worst shipper you can have is one that doesn't care when the machine ships. Like, he would rather wait 5 months and pay $3,000 than, let's say, ship it this month or January and pay $7,000. It's one of those. And so I keep looking at the load board and I'm like, man, if I just hadn't have to go to this stupid court in Maryland, I see some loads, because I like this time of year because lots of people don't want to go on the road, They want to be with their families, but, I like this because I can get a couple of loads in, and close the year with some money in the black, And so I see a load that pays a lot of money to go from Ohio to Canada. And it's another big dozer. And man, if I could do this if I didn't have the court. And then my phone beeps, and my American phone beeps. I look and there's an email there, and my lawyer in Maryland says, Sergei, you would not believe this, but the court is postponed again because of COVID. He says, I'll send you more details when I know something, but he says, for now, all I know is that we're not going to court on January 7th. And so right away, I emailed the guy who had that good load from Ohio to Canada. And he posted the price. I said, hey, I'm okay with the price. The price is fair. Let's do this. And he says, are you set up with us as carrier? Oh, man. Okay. Send me the carrier the link to register as a carrier. So because I have to do it with every new broker, right? But it doesn't take much time, maybe, sometimes 15 minutes, sometimes 20 minutes, but you got to do it. You have to sign the contract, tell them, what's your equipment, how many trucks you have, how many trailers, what's your preferred lanes. You have to send them your certificate of insurance, and not just a generic one, but you have to put their company name and address in the field where it says certificate holder. But nowadays I know how to do it myself. I just go online to my broker's website, and all I need is the company's name and the address. And so I did that. I sent it to this guy. He sends me the rate confirmation. I sign it, send the rate confirmation back. We good to go. But this load picks up Tuesday, January 4th, right? And today is December 29th, Wednesday. And so I see, I'm thinking, wait a second. So instead of going empty to Ohio, maybe I can do like a cheap load from Ontario, like anything, pays maybe $1,000, $2,000, whatever, just to help me with the fuel and permits on that big load, because, that's a lot of miles. It's like over 2,000 miles. Permits are going to be expensive. I will need pilots somewhere there. And so I see this load. A guy has a Cat 330, not 336, but 330. Which is like a smaller, old excavator, maybe 75,000 pounds. And it's from here, from this area, going to PA. And so I copy his MC number. I go to my factoring company website. I plug in the MC number. Everything is yellow. It says this broker is on watch list, credit watch list, meaning that pretty much they're criminals, right? So if you want us to factor this load, please talk to your account representative. And so I do a screenshot of that ugly yellow page. I send it to my girl Sarah at the factoring company. I said, Sarah, I'm trying to book this. Can you work with these guys? And she says, I cannot open the attachment. What's the MC number? Okay, so I'll just type in MC number, name, boom, boom, this. And I said, it's only, a couple of $1,000. And she checks the credit. She says, approved. I said, cool. So I forward her response to this guy, to the customs broker. Because when I told them that, your record is not very good, they wanted me to tell them the name and phone number of my customer service rep at the factoring company. And I know they don't like that. They don't like, argue with people. Basically, this guy would call her, hey, why is our record so bad that the carrier, me, Sergei Dratchev, doesn't want to work with us? What's going on? I know we have perfect credit. They always claim they have perfect credit. But I have to go by what the factoring company shows, right? But in this case, it didn't say denied. It wasn't like red, like the top of the page. It was not red, but it was yellow. Yellow meaning kind of like warning. You have to call or email the factoring company, and it's up to them. They can say no, they can say yes, but it's not a guaranteed no. But whenever it's yellow, I don't like it. It basically means that usually they will say no, we cannot work with these people. But in this case, because the amount was quite small and they do have a record of working with them, they said okay. And so I forwarded that email to the broker. I said, hey, good news. My factoring company will work with you, so I can do this load. Just send me the, whatever you need me to do. And so I set up again as a carrier now for the umpteenth time this morning. Well, second time today. And then I was setting up with a guy who had a Braun drainage plow, right? Because sometimes that's what happens. You go through all this rigmarole of setting up as a carrier, and then the load disappears, right? But you still stay on their computer. So next time if another load shows up, you don't have to go through this, because I think it's valid for about 1 year. And after 1 year, all you gotta do is you have to send them a new certificate of insurance. And so this guy says, okay, here's your link to, here's the paperwork we need. I send them all that. They didn't even ask me for a personalized certificate of insurance. They just wanted a generic one. I didn't have to put the name and address on there. And that's it. The guy sent me the rate confirmation, and so I'm loading tomorrow. I said, and I warned them. I said, guys, I have to be empty Monday because I have this big loading Tuesday. So I cannot miss that load because I booked that one first. And they said, okay, you can probably even deliver on the weekend. I said, whoa. December 31st is Friday, right? So if I load tomorrow, 30th, I can drive all day. And actually, Allentown is not that far. And then Friday, with an oversized load, I'm pretty sure I have to be off the road at lunchtime, noon, 12 noon. So if I can pick this up tomorrow morning, and then let's say a couple of hours, and then I have to cross the border. So provided my permits are issued in time, then I should be able to deliver, Friday, or worst case scenario, I can deliver Monday. But this goes to Allentown, PA, and my next pickup is near Pittsburgh, PA. So it's not that far. It's only a few hours. So I feel pretty good about this. So that's what's happening. So I'm trying to close the 2021 year with a bang and start the other one with a bang. So had a few days off, right? So now it's time to get back into the driver's seat and make some money. And I emailed the customs broker for this machine, and the guy says, yeah, the CAT 330 is ready and waiting to be shipped. I'll be on site by 6:30 a.m. 6:30 a.m. tomorrow. So when he arrives, I'll be there. Okay. Sounds good. I told him I'll be there at 8. This guy will be there at 6:30. So it's cool. So now all I gotta do is I gotta worry about this load tomorrow, right? So I gotta order my New York and PA permits right away. And time now in Iowa is 3 o'clock. So I gotta rush it, because now it's 4 here, 3 there, and they might be doing some other loads, right? So now I have to go back to my computer and pull up my old configuration, because I'll be running on 8 axles. And it's good that it's only 2 permits, New York and Pennsylvania, right? And then I have to go on the what is it, 60 and 70, what is that? Oh yeah, it's over 117. Then I have to go on the Peace Bridge website and do the truck application to cross the bridge. And those guys will charge me, what is it, like $200 US after 12 o'clock if you cross after 12, and $100 US before if you cross before 12 o'clock. So anyway, that's the latest news. I better get back to my computer and start ordering the permits. Thanks for watching. I'll try to do a video tomorrow when I'm loading this CAT 330B. I think that it was there for repairs. I'm guessing it was cheaper for the guy in Allentown, PA to send it to Canada for some reason. We'll see. Thanks for watching. Bye.